What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I guess I should introduce myself, seeing as this is my first video. My name is Kaylee. I am a dietetic intern currently, which is kind of why I'm making this channel. And yeah, that's really kind of the whole reason behind creating this channel, is to give you guys an insight into what it takes to become a registered dietitian, what that means, and kind of the work that goes into acquiring that license. A little bit about myself. I am 23 years old. I'm originally from Taylor, South Carolina. I completed my undergraduate degree down there at North Greenville University in exercise science. And after that, I came straight here to the University of Michigan to start my master's degree in nutritional sciences that I actually just finished up this past April. So I have an exercise background and now moving into the nutrition realm. I'm also a certified strength and conditioning specialist through the NSCA, which is a mouthful, but basically what that means is I have the qualifications to be a personal trainer, but I also have the ability to work with a little more focused of a population within athletes. And that's actually my long-term goal, is to work with athletes, whether that's, D1 college athletes, pro athletes, high school, anywhere in there right now. At the moment, I'm not really that picky, but that's kind of the goal once I finish all of my nutrition stuff. So a few other things about me. I really enjoy weightlifting. That is my primary form of exercise. I don't know that I can include a ton of fitness stuff on this channel, just because of different regulations that we have within the gym facility here. But if any of y'all are interested in seeing any of that, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do to provide you some of that. Other things, I am married. I have the Kalo. I also have a real ring too, so don't worry. But I am married, have been for a couple months now. But yeah, it's gone well so far, and my husband has graciously agreed to be my editor. So that way all I have to worry about is the whole filming, talking, that kind of things. So first of all, what is a registered dietitian? A registered dietitian is somebody who has completed all of the necessary requirements as set out by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Their website is down below if you want more information. Eat Right Pro is the part that has all of that information versus the consumer side. And basically what a registered dietitian does is kind of anything and everything within the field of nutrition. That could be somewhere from personal counseling to clinical in an ICU, food service, sports, and just anything and everything in between, industry, creating foods, creating recipes, that kind of stuff. So how do you get there? How do you become a registered dietitian? Step one is to get a degree. So in order to be a registered dietitian, you have to have at least a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. It doesn't matter, but you have to have at least one degree within nutrition or a related field in order to be able to be eligible for the next couple steps. Your second requirement is your dietetic internship. So that's the step that I'm in right now. And basically what that means is you've completed your degree, you've moved on to more practical hours, hands-on type of stuff. So you have to have at least 1,200 hours of supervised practice. And depending on the program that you're in, you could be doing that concurrently while you're getting your degree or afterwards, which is what my program is. So I've already completed my degree. Now I moved on to the practical hours and kind of the in-person training. So your last step if you want to become a dietitian is to take your exam. So it's a national exam. It's kind of like taking the GRE or the ACTs, SATs, only it's just about things that you've learned within your degree and within your dietetic internship. So you have to complete the internship in order to take your exam, and then after that, if you pass, you gain your license as a registered dietitian. So since this is the stage that I'm in with the internship right now, what all does that include? So at the University of Michigan, for our School of Public Health internship, I have to go through a few required rotations. So that's what each of kind of my field assignments is called, as a rotation, because we rotate around different places. So the first one is food service. Second is clinical, both inpatient and outpatient, a community setting, and some sort of government organization. So that could be a WIC office, it could be Head Start, but typically something within the pediatric, maternal, and child realm is that last piece. So what are my plans for this channel? Ideally, I would like to put out about 2 videos a week, and what I'm thinking in my head right now is to have 1 video dedicated solely to my internship experience, so that way you can see, not necessarily on a day-to-day basis, but at least a weekly basis, what I'm going through, what we're doing, the kind of things that you're involved in when you're doing your internship, and then another video that's a little more topical. So either nutrition related topics, exercise, lifestyle, that type of thing, or if there's something that comes up within one of my rotations that I feel like is really important that I would like to create content on, having kind of 1 video dedicated to more of like a sit down, discuss, present kind of thing. So yeah, if there's anything specific that you want to see, please let me know. In my description, I encourage questions. I like questions. I like being able to kind of dive into a topic and help explain it. So if there's any of that you ever are looking for, leave me a comment or send me a tweet or a message or something, and I'll be sure to either acknowledge that personally with you or try to create some sort of video. So I'm trying to keep this video as short and sweet as possible, but I did want to give you a little bit of background into why I chose nutrition, why I feel like this is something that I'm meant to do with my life. Just give you a little more background, a little bit of a better idea of who I am personally. So growing up, I was fairly athletic, and that kind of blossomed throughout middle school and high school. I played volleyball and soccer predominantly, and my dad is also a personal trainer. He's been in fitness ever since I can remember. He's worked in gyms since I was essentially a baby. So I've always grown up around a fairly healthy family. And it's not that, we were super strict and, only ate veggies and fruits and proteins and that kind of thing. We were a fairly normal Southern family. But we did I did grow up with the realization that, nutrition and exercise and being active was important. And so throughout middle school and high school, when I was looking to develop more athletically and when I was wanting to perform better, I realized that part of that is going to come from my nutrition. So just because I am doing lifts or strength training or endurance training, that in and of itself isn't enough. That somehow what you're eating is influencing your performance. And I looked around at a lot of my friends and realized that most of their game day nutrition was coming from things like pizza and fries and things that in my head it's like, well, that's not really going to help you perform optimally. So I started doing my own research. I did a couple different reports throughout middle school and high school to kind of delve into sports science a little bit, and that really kind of sparked my curiosity to read more for myself. So whether that was through magazines that my dad would get, or whether that was through my own internet searches, trying to figure out, what do I eat before practice? What do I eat after practice? What's going to help me recover or build muscle or build strength? And those were the things that I was really focused on, and really just found a passion for nutrition and how I was eating and how I was fueling my body. And I realized after a couple of deliberations that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, was to help people like myself, help people like my friends in high school that were also athletes, to realize that how they're feeding themselves and how they are fueling their bodies is not only going to affect their immediate performance, but can also affect things further on down their health down the road, their health once they reach adulthood. And that's really kind of where my heart for athletes came from. It's not to say that, I don't enjoy helping other people, but I really feel like my passion and where I find the most, I guess a sense of fulfillment within the nutrition field is when I'm working with people who are, fueling for performance and wanting to get the most out of what they're eating and out of their bodies and being able to push themselves to the next level. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Again, thank you so much for dropping by and checking out my first YouTube endeavor. If you want to be notified when I do post more content, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon to actually get a notification of when I post more videos. And check me out on Instagram for a little more of a fitness related page. Here's gonna be fairly strictly nutrition, but my Instagram and Twitter are also down below. Thanks again and have a great day. See you on the next one.
It's good at keeping me